Two peas
Two
in a
peas in a
bong.
bong.
Two peas in a bong. Two peas
Two
in a
peas in a
bong.
bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas.
Two peas
Two
in a
peas
bong.
in a bong.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Two Ps. Minus 1 2P. It's your boy KP.
And next to Floating Head DP, it's your boy Bong. Greetings and salutations.
Damn. So it was a barn burner tonight, man.
Yeah. Turned into a barn burner.
You know, my youngest son usually tells me that Thursday night games aren't high scoring. That's what he tells
Typically
me.
aren't.
Yeah, he's like, nah, they're not high scoring. But tonight, we got some 30s action, man.
Yeah, man. And the Pittsburgh defense turned into the Cincinnati defense, apparently.
Man, interesting. We were just talking on here on Sunday, and we were talking about Mike Tomlin's interview. And
Right.
they asked him his opinion on the whole Joe Flacco trade from Cincinnati to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it sounded like he was very poetic in his answer,
Yep.
but it sounded like he took jabs at both franchises.
Well, and it could have been interpreted that he took jabs at both franchises, but his history with Joe Flacco says that he respects him and was taking jabs at the Cleveland franchise.
Okay. Which I remember you talking about Flacco playing with the Colts with Indianapolis, and the words were
Keep Richardson upright because he doesn't want Flacco to have to come into the game to where he have to play a better quarterback.
okay, and respecting the seasoned veteran. You know,
Absolutely.
that seems to be the move that he's making. Like he's got Aaron Rodgers now, the seasoned vet. Uh, but on to the game, man. I think I said that Pittsburgh was going to win. Actually, I know I said Pittsburgh was going to win. I didn't think that Cincinnati stood a chance. And boy, was I wrong. And Pittsburgh jumped on them 10-0.
Yeah.
Really, really surprised
Jumped
that,
out the gate, silenced the crowd.
yeah. And my man Alf said, man, the whole Steelers team is seasoned vets.
Oh yeah. Um, we talked about first off, what up, Alf Sucks in my draft. Scotty Boy was good with it. Was good with it. Man, fam, you just dropped some Air Max 95s, man. They had a whole
Mm.
yard runner pack with I think it was Morehouse, Spellman, FAMU, and one other HBCU dropped a 4-pack of Air Max 95s, man. And first, I'm pissed off that North Carolina Central doesn't have a yard runner pack, but I'm okay with that. But man, those shits is fire, man. I like them. So I'll
Mm.
probably over time try and collect the pack, but I got to catch them at a discounted price.
Well, my man Scotty Boy, Uncle Joe and Uncle Rogers won him some moolah.
Okay,
But he
okay,
might
okay.
be in the FAMU pack before you, man.
Yeah. Engineer, what's good with it? What's good with it? Yeah, send me a packet, man. Send me a care
The
package,
care
man.
package.
the FAMU 95s, man, size 13. You dig? Um, what I was gonna say, KP, was you made mention of Mike Tomlin having respect for Joe Flacco and just his ability to be a professional quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
right? Somebody that could stem the tide. And it looked early like Pittsburgh was about to run away with it. They had taken the crowd out the game. Everybody came with a little whiteout for the, for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think it was what was a turning point in the game? It was like I don't know if it was a turnover or I don't remember exactly when it was, but they go up 10-0.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati gets the ball. And this is where being a professional quarterback um, really goes understated. He found a mismatch with how Pittsburgh was playing Jamar Chase. And he, as the kids would say, he spammed the fuck out of it.
And turning point was, I'd say in the second quarter, the first drive of the second quarter, Pittsburgh was in the red zone on a 4th and 1, and they got a 5-yard penalty.
Had to go for 3. Okay.
Yes.
So they had to kick the field goal. They were up
And they had
7,
to go,
going up
yeah,
14.
exactly.
And they had to go for 3, put them up 10-0. Next drive, Cincinnati
Cincinnati
comes back,
scores.
scores
Yeah.
a touchdown. And that should have been foreshadowing because I think Jamar Chase catches the touchdown the first time. They say he didn't have control of the ball.
No, no. That was Chase Brown.
Okay. I just knew it was a chase.
Yeah. That was Chase Brown. Yeah, because he's on my fantasy team in the family league, man. So,
Okay.
and I was
Okay.
playing against Jamar Chase, so it
Okay.
hurt. You took away the Chase Brown touchdown, gave it to Jamar Chase.
I
Yeah.
was, I'm always on the go, middle of the evening, so I'm listening in the car, trying to be uh focused on the road. So even though I have on Prime Video, I'm only watching the stop signs and grid or stop lights and gridlock traffic. So,
Way to cover yourself on this live, brother.
oh
Way
yeah, no, got to. So I just know it was a Brown, but at the time I'm driving, so I thought for some reason
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Sorry, I knew it was a Chase. I just didn't know if it was Jamar Chase or Chase Brown. So then it goes back. I think Jamar Chase gets the touchdown,
Mm-hmm.
and then that started a series of how many targets did he end up with? It had to be
23.
like 23. Okay, 23, 24. I mean, wow, that's insane, bro. Like that's
Reminded
insane.
me of Brandon Marshall when him and Jay Cutler played together in Denver.
It reminded me of Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger
Mm.
when the triple Bs were a thing in their prime. That's how Antonio Brown games would look like. He would have 16, 17 catches, 100 and something, 170, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. They might put him back there on punt return. Like it was different. So and I figured, I said, man, we're gonna come up in here today and somebody's gonna be like, hey man, I told you Jamar Chase is better than Justin Jefferson or whatever. But shout out to Joe Flacco for knowing how to exploit a defense, and shout out to Jamar Chase for meeting him in that moment. Because that's a lot of work, man. And contrary to popular belief, it's a lot of receivers don't want that much action. You take it for every one of those catches, there's some hits coming with it.
You don't think
You know,
Jamar wants that
Jamar,
action?
Jamar wants the action because
Okay.
he's been talking about getting that action for a while, right? But he definitely did his part, and I know we'll talk about other parts of the game, but I'm watching the game. So I finally get to the crib. I'm watching the game on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the game came down to two plays. Pittsburgh Steelers get the ball with less than 4 minutes in the game. Tight end, a blown coverage. Tight end is butt naked.
Yep.
Instead of sliding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of sliding, it was probably about a little bit over 2 minutes left. Slide. Make them use that clock. It's because I'm looking at it like you guys are only getting the ball. I mean, you guys, if you score this touchdown, you're only up one. You're giving them 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes left, with I think they might have all three timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
And they only need a field goal to win with somebody that just kicked a 67-yarder last week.
Oh.
So it's like, and again, maybe because I was talking to my folks, my family here, and
Mhm.
I told them, like, you know what, maybe it was a situation where and give me a second, I'm gonna keep talking, but
Yeah.
maybe it's a situation where you never know what's gonna happen. Maybe that doesn't turn into a touchdown, and then you've slid, and now you kind of squander the drive. But T. Higgins would go on to have the same opportunity. Obviously, it's a different situation. They're playing for the field goal. They're not playing for a touchdown.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
But in these games, man, with the way the NBA, I mean NFL is now, bro, you have to take all that stuff into account, man. You have to take all that stuff into account. If I was a tight end for Pittsburgh, I don't know if I don't slide at the 10 or the 9. At least give us a chance to slow the game down a little bit, burn some clock, and give Cincinnati, maybe Cincinnati gets the ball back with a minute and no timeouts. And it's a different ball game than having over 2 minutes and multiple timeouts.
Do you think that if they were to do that, if Fryermuth decides to take the knee and run off some more clock, that are you confident that Pittsburgh scores that touchdown?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Pittsburgh is. I'm not sure if Pittsburgh is going to score the touchdown, but it's a chance. Look at what the end result was. Like, look what because what the reason I'm saying that they probably should have thought about taking a knee or getting down at like the 10 or the 9-yard line is, up until that point you hadn't stopped Jamar Chase at all. Like, he could not be stopped, right?
That's
So
true, but at some point they got stops because they were down 2 possessions in the third quarter. Twice. They were down they started the quarter. Cincinnati got a field goal to begin the third quarter, put them up 20-10.
right,
And then when they came back, scored a touchdown, then Cincinnati scored a touchdown and still put them up 2 possessions. So at some point they did get the stop, right before they got the last touchdown. They did get a stop and forcing a punt with 2 minutes
right,
and 30 seconds left. So they're probably thinking, okay, we figured it out now. Now we just need one more stop. We got the first stop, we scored, one more stop.
right.
And yeah. But I understand what you're saying in terms of they hadn't stopped Jamar Chase all night. I think that's one of them hindsight moments. It was like, oh, we got him. Oh, we gonna score. Oh yeah, we didn't took the lead. Oh, it's a wrap. All we got to do is get a stop now, and
Right. Right.
they just weren't able to.
And so, okay, now let me address engineer,
Yeah.
because I love the comment, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, engineer said this game is a great example of Mike Tomlin's overratedness. Now, engineer, I'm gonna have to check and see if that's a word. I know you're an engineer, so I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. But I don't know what the fuck overratedness means, but it's probably a word. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. This game was actually an example of why I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers. Right? He made it a game late, but this was a game that Cincinnati had. They were conceding early. You go up 14-0. The crowd is out of it. The defense is already deflated. So you're talking about a situation where, you boat racing them. It's over. You get what I'm saying? And somehow that turned into a game where you guys had to claw back. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's more. I think that's more on the quarterback than the coach, and some of the personnel. Right. So you got old ass Jalen Ramsey. Y'all brought him in. He was supposed to be a difference maker. Y'all got old ass Darius Slay.
Well, Jalen Ramsey started off good in that first game, man. When he hit your boy Garrett Wilson to seal the game against the Jets.
Okay.
He did come through with something.
And now we know. And now we know that the Jets. But man, Mike Tomlin relying on a lot of veterans. The funny thing, what makes me laugh, is the fact that Pittsburgh is in the market for a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
We were having conversations this offseason about how you need to have a dynamic quarterback to come in there because you already have bookend wide receivers in DK Metcalf and George Pickens.
Yeah.
Somehow
They had the
Pittsburgh,
receivers and no quarterback.
no quarterback. Somehow, not only did Pittsburgh sell the Steelers fan on Aaron Rodgers being this dynamic quarterback, they sold the American public on the fact that George Pickens was less than a cancer in the locker room, and didn't have the skill set to back up, his name and the money he would probably be demanding. Now, if you turn on any ESPN, Fox Sports, any of that stuff, they're talking about how he's a number one. The Cowboys won't be able to afford him after this year. He's going to demand $30+ million. What a difference having a quarterback makes. So Steelers, if what I've seen transpire with the Steelers recently tells me anything, is that you guys don't know how to pick talent. You guys have been devoid of a quarterback, and the answer was a 40-year-old man coming off of an Achilles injury.
I would say what a difference a day makes, because up until this point, I think in one of our last shows, we all talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers being one of the better teams in the NFL this year, and saying that it's wide open. I don't think we called them contenders, but I don't think anyone was doubting if the Pittsburgh Steelers had a legitimate chance to make it into the playoffs this year.
So here's my thing with Pittsburgh. I didn't call them a great team, but I said Mike Tomlin is a shoo-in for a winning season. They win today, they win tonight, and they probably lock up the division.
Yeah.
They probably lock up the division at 5. I think they'd have been 5-1.
5-1, yeah.
one loss. They got a bunch of teams. Ravens have 5 losses.
Yeah.
So,
Cleveland just
Cincinnati
can't
would
get
have
it
had
together on the offensive side.
5 losses. Because I believe they were 2-4 coming into this game.
They
So
were.
now they're 3-4. So you're talking about Cleveland has 5 losses or 6 losses, right?
I'm gonna look at the standings and I'll
I
tell
believe
you.
Cleveland has 6 losses. Ravens have 5 losses.
No, Cleveland and the Ravens both have 5 losses.
5 losses. You would have dealt Cincinnati their 5th loss.
Yes.
That'd have been hard to overcome. You would have had to go on a hell of a slide. So again, the motivation should have been coming in to kind of start putting the nails in everybody else's coffin. But what you did was now you reinvigorated the entire division. Everybody feels they still have a chance. Okay, damn, y'all took a loss. We got a
I don't
chance.
say the whole division. I'll say Cincinnati.
And Baltimore thinks they have a chance.
Lamar Jackson's not coming through that door right now. Like Cooper Rush.
And I had an issue with the way the game was being marketed today.
Okay,
on social media at least.
Okay. Tell us
This
more.
They told us that this was the battle of the unks.
Wow.
With all due respect, don't do that. That is a term of endearment. It's a cultural term. Don't do that. Neither Joe Flacco nor Aaron Rodgers is unk. They aren't addressed as unk. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a black cultural terminology right there. And it's been, what's the word I'm looking for? Gentrified for lack of better words. Okay, so now,
gentrified.
Yeah. Now you're gonna hear my Espanol homies talking about unks. Like, no, man.
Engineer said Rodgers yelling at them youngins all game.
Oh man, hey, I sent KP a highlight. I sent KP a video. He had just scored a touchdown. Rodgers had just scored a touchdown.
Shout out to Broderick Jones, number 77, offensive lineman for the
Rodgers was doing his little celebration, right?
Yeah, Broderick, you're supposed to be You're supposed to be protecting your quarterback.
Yo,
Broderick Jones deserved a 15-yard penalty for roughing the passer and an ejection for being his own quarterback.
Bro,
after the celebration,
Aaron Rodgers was fucking pissed, bro.
Oh, he got him hot. He first had to roll like, what the hell are you doing? When he realized it was his teammate, I think
he was even more pissed.
Yeah,
like, bro,
get your ass off me.
I'm old, bro. I'm old, man. Anything can go at any moment, man. Don't do that. But
and Brandon Hallam said, last person who tried to hug Rodgers on primetime got fired that week.
Shout out to Robert Saleh. Hey. He tried to give him a little bro hug, and Aaron Rodgers, I think he walked straight past him like, man, get your ass the fuck away from me, bro.
Get him out of here.
It ain't going down like that. Dude. So, I mean, but all in all, man, it was a great game. And we don't really get great games on Thursday nights. Even though I think this year the NFL has done a better job of scheduling these Thursday night games. I thought
So is this foreshadowing for the weekend in terms of the scheduling and how games are going to look? Are we going to have more upsets? What's it going to look like for the rest of the weekend? Or was this just an anomaly?
I think this is a microcosm or a snapshot of what the NFL looks like this year. Any given Sunday. Anybody can win, except the the New Orleans Saints for the most part, or the Cleveland Browns for the most part. Do we have any winless teams? Oh, the New York Jets definitely can't win. So
Damn.
but
Or Jets, man.
90% of the league, it's a any given Sunday type league, and this year there's been so much parity that it's wide open. But you know who that favors? Do you know who that favors?
Who does that favor?
Of
Would you
all
say?
32 teams,
Would you
I'm
say that
giving
that
give, I'll give you
favors
one guess.
Kansas City?
There you go. The worst thing you can do, is not put
Step
them out of
on.
their misery.
Step on, kick, elbow in the throat. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. While they're down, because they asked Patrick Mahomes about Rashee Rice, and he said, "Oh, he's full. All systems go this week. Ain't no restrictions, no pitch count, none of that. Rashee Rice is locked and loaded." So now, what Rashee Rice does is he really changes the way teams play defense.
Yeah.
I think he opens up the Kansas City run game now, because now you have, you
Gotta
can't probably
account for you gotta
exactly
account
got
for
to
him
account for him
specific.
over the top.
Yeah.
So you can't just bring a safety or bring extra men into the box and have these guys running in eight man boxes or whatever. It takes pressure off of Patrick Mahomes to have to be the leading rusher every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many things this opens up. So now Xavier Worthy can slot into his position as a wide receiver too. Travis Kelce can slot into his position as basically a wide receiver 3. You know what I'm saying, or a third option. It
Does
just
it
puts
make
everybody back.
does it make Juju Smith Schuster tougher?
The,
Oh,
this,
oh no, I'm talking about this in reference to him getting punched in his snot locker and,
hey,
and him
he
crying
was.
with the bloody
It
nose.
was. It was. I always get pissed off about the NFL with that shit, because like it's always one person with their um with their helmet off, and you know and then um one person with their helmet on. Now who's gonna take the brunt of the punishment? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, Juju, you shouldn't even engaged, because you had your helmet off. And didn't he have it in his hand?
At first, he had the helmet on. He got pulled by the helmet and hit. It's like the helmet hit his face, and so then he took the helmet off.
Yeah, man.
The
Yeah.
but they showed a I was looking at Emmanuel Ocho
Yeah.
in his podcast with what's the guy's name?
McCoy.
Shady McCoy.
Yeah, I can't
And,
stand either one of them.
and they were actually talking about the incident, and they rolled the tape back a little bit, and you saw Branch get hit with a cheap shot during the game by Juju Smith
Is
Schuster.
it a cheap shot, or is it a hit in the frame of the play?
It's
Like,
a I'll
was
say
it
this.
between the whistle?
Let me say this. It was a hit within the frame of the play, but it was an illegal block in the back, and the referees missed it.
That's on the refs.
No, I hear you, but as a player, if you get hit, if you're the one that gets hit, you've made up in your mind, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get you back. And so he was supposed to get him back within the confines of the game. The game ended. I guess he found his chance to get his get back. And shit, he got his get back.
So, and I also think that there's Branch was, I think he left Patrick Mahomes hanging.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Kind
yeah.
of
He was pissed.
salty.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
salty at the
He was pissed.
loss, and I can't get at Patrick Mahomes. So if I can't get at Patrick Mahomes, I'll get at one of these nobody ass motherfuckers. But if you remember Juju's history, you go back to that Super Bowl against the Eagles, where a couple Eagles players were ready to fight him because of what they believe his quote unquote antics were, where he was kind of during the clowning during the Super Bowl or whatever.
It's quite a few people that share that same sentiment, like do not like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. So it's it's a dirty game. Juju Smith is still a Super Bowl champion. He's still had a 10-year career. We show love to him because he's a Southern
A
California
Trojan.
guy, a
A
Trojan,
Trojan.
a Long Beach. I think a Long Beach Poly guy. Wasn't he a Long Beach Poly?
I don't know if he was a Long Beach Poly guy. I know
I
he was a
believe so.
Trojan.
Let me see. I
And
believe
while
so.
you're looking at that, my man Engineer said no more Patrick Mahomes leading rusher. He's laughing. He said the Jets couldn't beat a drum.
Yeah, couldn't.
And Brandon Hallam said, Broderick Jones, welcome to the 49ers with
Yeah,
Robert Saleh, right?
yeah. He went to Long Beach Poly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Long Beach Poly got a history of
Putting players out.
yeah, they put some talent into the league.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, man, all in all, great game, great for the league. Looking forward to some of the matchups on Sunday. Um, and then some matchups on Monday. I know, Engineer, we talked about it last week when the Texans were on bye, but they have a Monday night game. And, they gotta
Mm.
show me that they last couple of games weren't just a fluke. So, but I want to see what the Texans look like on Monday night. I believe they
We got Seattle.
play Seattle.
Yeah.
So remember, Texans took 3 L's to start the season. Then they beat the Titans. They beat the Ravens. On its face, I would say y'all beat up on two,
Bottom feeders.
bottom feeders, right? We call those in the young man's world, we call those slump busters, right? In the young man's world, we call those slump busters. But let's see now that you facing a pretty confident Seattle group that is confident in that offense, pretty sound on defense. Let's see how you fare. Let's see how you fare with that Seattle team.
Yeah.
So definitely waiting to see what the results are come Monday night.
I want to see that Detroit Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If
Detroit,
Detroit,
they're banged up though. Their secondary.
no, we can't. No, we
No,
can't.
I'm saying they don't even have Branch.
We can't do.
Branch is
But
suspended.
that's not injury related.
No,
That's
it's not. But I'm saying
that's self-inflicted. You
that was
did.
vengeance. Yeah, it's like
So, but they still have that high-powered offense, and I keep saying it to anybody that wants to hear me. I know I'm just a dude in a basement with a laptop. I don't even have a microphone. When you have to pull out your trick plays in the first game of the season, when you have to pull out your trick plays in tight games where your quarterback is catching touchdown passes, you cooked.
and they're not counting.
You cooked. You cooked. It's not even the shit. It don't even look right. It's like, hold on, man. Them shits used to look flawless. You had three linemen in the back of the end zone wide open. You trying to pick which one you want to throw it to. Like, damn, these motherfuckers cooking. Now it's like, ooh, how many times we gonna see David Montgomery trying to throw that pass? Like, is that part of the regular offense now? I'm just saying, man, when you have to resort to the trick plays as part of
The scheme.
Exactly. It's part of like your first 15.
I was gonna say no. This ain't even the first 15. We've sat down like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Right.
We got to run the super secret play.
Come on, man. It's not. It doesn't bode well for your offense. You guys just paid Jameson Williams. He's not a part of the offense like he was um,
They got to figure it out.
under your guy that's
Yeah,
now in Chicago,
yeah, they
right?
got to figure it out. He's too talented.
Yeah. You guys have all the tools. You guys have all the weapons, all the pieces around Jared Goff that make him successful. He has to have a great run game. You guys have a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
He has to have a multitude of weapons. You guys have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You guys have Sam Laporta. You guys have Jameson Williams. You guys somehow, no longer know how to utilize. You guys have the pieces necessary to go out there and win games. This one, I put on the offensive coordinator. There's no creativity there. So I don't know what changes. It's the same thing that the Eagles, I feel like the Eagles are going through. The Eagles, they're, I don't know if you guys paid attention to any of the stuff coming out of Philadelphia this week. They're like anonymous quotes from a player in the locker room saying that, this thing is a couple of weeks away from imploding like they did 2 years ago, where they started off, I think, like 7-0 or 8-0, and then they just lost it all down the stretch. And then Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield beat them in the first round of the playoffs.
Hmm.
So, when you start hearing stuff like that,
That's never good.
it's never good, right? And I
That's
think
coming. That's off the cusps of winning a Super Bowl.
winning a Super Bowl, all the vibes should be so high in the locker room. But they came into this year and they were saying all the right things, like it's just a it's a blue collar mentality. Like, hey
Hmm.
man, we won the Super Bowl. That's already behind us. We're not celebrating that shit. We don't care. It happened already. Celebrate it with your family in your own personal time. But we're on to this season. Okay. That shit. Maybe you should have celebrated that shit a little bit more. Cherished that Super Bowl a little bit more because it's looking more and more unlikely that you guys are going to make it back to the Super Bowl. I don't know what has to change for Jalen Hurts to be able to utilize his weapons, but when we look at a lot of the advanced metrics,
Hmm.
he's really, really, really low in a lot of the statistics when it comes to, average depth of target, EPA. Um, like his numbers are really bad. Saquon is having, by his standards, a really rough go of it this year as well. I think he had a 27-yard run last. I think he had a 27-yard run last week,
That was on
or
Thursday, last Thursday.
last Thursday, I believe, or a
Hmm.
27-yard play. And he says it's only 20+ yard play of the season.
Mm.
Like, he's not getting, remember he was chunk plays, and we remember
Yeah,
him doing a little backflip over, or he did the jump over somebody backwards and all that other
yeah.
shit. Like, that shit is gone. It's gone. You can't take the Super Bowl from them. But what I'm saying is they don't look like a Super Bowl team. And the quarterback doesn't seem to be good enough to overcome what may be um, elementary play calling, right? I don't think he's been given. Do they trust him to check at the line and get into something that's a little bit more aggressive after reading the defense? I don't believe so.
Well, I mean, given this, so before I say something, I'll just say this. I'll go into Alf. Alf said Eagles are going to lose in the first or second round, then fire their OC, hire Mike McDaniel. After that, he gets pushed out of Miami, and they'll be elite again.
I can see that.
What I was going to say is, even it looks like it's spiraling downward. They've lost 2 in a row, but they're still 4-2. They can still turn it around. It doesn't look good, but how many teams, and I'm going to look at the records while I'm saying this. How many teams are really um, head and shoulders better than everybody in the NFC?
KP, what I'm saying is I'm not so much concerned about their record. How do they look? What's going to change about their offense? 6 weeks in, and outside of one game, you can't get your number one wide receiver the ball. You can't get your number 2 wide receiver the ball. So much so that a quiet number 2 wide receiver, we're starting to hear a little bit of chirp. Like, hold on, man, I ain't never heard Smitty talk. Smitty don't never talk. Why? What he say? Say that again, Smitty. Say that one more time. That y'all should be frustrated because you guys feel like you can do better than what's being shown. Like when you have the number 2 wide receiver, because remember, at the end of the day, man, this is a performance-based business. Nobody gives a fuck that it was a new OC and that you guys were 4-2. AJ Brown, when it's time to come back to the negotiating table, we're looking at your production and saying, hey, man, in 25, man, that production dipped. Hey, you're a hell of a teammate, bro. But when it comes to cashing the checks, we're going to have to shave a couple dollars off. So when these sports analysts, these talk show hosts and talk show guests get on these sports outlets and start talking about how they should be happy because they just keep winning, like they didn't used to be players in the league who were paid and compensated
Based on their performance, their
based
stats.
on performance. Like, don't do that because you're being disingenuous. AJ Brown has every reason to be fucking pissed. What the fuck is the point of having all those weapons if you can't use them? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear
Like
what you're saying.
Cameron told Wood Harris that and paid him full. Ace, what the fuck is the point of having all the soldiers if you ain't gonna use them? Like, I'm sorry, bro.
And your boy Alf said if they were smart, they'd fire Kevin Patullo today.
Patullo.
Oh no,
Today.
it's 2 L's, man. We in Southern California, aka an extension
La
of Mexico.
vida
He,
loca.
he is Kevin Patullo.
Patullo. Patullo.
He is
Patullo.
Patullo.
Yeah, man.
Alf, listen, man. You can never fire a Kevin P. I'm sorry. Especially Kevin Pat. I have to disagree. I can't take that ride with you, Alf. I can't take that ride with you.
But I'll say this: bring in Mike McDaniels. That'll be a sharp move, and it would reinforce my belief in how aggressive the Eagles are, and how it's like, hey man, we're constantly working the phones. We're constantly trying to get better.
Damn, so Mike McDaniels is out. He ain't got a prayer. He can't stay in Miami?
Because my thing is, if Tua's still going to be there, what's going to change?
That
Tyreek.
you gotta
Talent
put some
went out.
you gotta put some roll some marbles down on the ground and to a slip and you're like, it's in
Yeah.
our best interest to
Did they? Hey, engineer. Mike McDaniels reunited with Fangio is hilarious. Were they on good terms when Fangio was in Miami? I don't know what their relationship was like.
and he said Tua is blowing up the ship.
I don't think he's blowing up. I mean, he probably pissed
When
just
you saying
because.
that players are coming late to players only meetings, like, come on, dog. Some things you're not supposed to leak and say. You're supposed to keep that to yourself.
But I think I'd say that he's probably frustrated. There's a level of frustration with Tua, like, damn, bro, because I gotta be the brunt, like I gotta bear the brunt of it. Like when things don't go right, it falls on the coach, then the quarterback.
And Alf Sucks in mock draft said Tua too honest for his own good.
Yeah, he was up there sounding like a man that was just speaking from the heart. And unfortunately, as the CEO, as the CEO of a franchise, right? The quarterback is the CEO of the franchise. You have to come up there and you have to be skilled in politically correct verbiage.
Yeah.
And Tua is just an island boy. He been hit in the head a few times. He just coming up there to speak his mind like he talking to his partners. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on it. But you want to believe, you want to hope that you would hope that your quarterback, the CEO of the franchise, is buttoned up, saying the right things, always uplifting the team, even though in the back of his mind he knows that they ain't shit. He comes and says the right thing. That's what they pay you the big bucks for. That's why you get paid $50+ million a year for some of that stuff too. DP, are you with me?
Oh yeah, we at the church. We ain't going nowhere.
What's good with it, man?
What's up, y'all?
Kicking and sneaking. Oh man.
Man, I know y'all already talked about it a lot, so I ain't gonna even
Yeah,
hit the repeat button.
You know, we just kind of we gave our thoughts on the game tonight. It was ended up being a decent game. You know,
On Joey,
yeah, Joe
That ain't Glass Joe. It ain't
hey,
Glass
he
Joe
putting
no more.
in work.
putting in work.
Well,
Man.
maybe he is Glass Joe. Maybe that was the one with the 99. You know, Glass Joe was 1-99. That was his one win.
That's
What's
the
good?
one.
Out sucks in mock drafts.
They said he had they said something about the Cincinnati fans sent Cleveland a thank you for sending Flacco over.
Oh shit!
It's
Is
it's
there a return date for Burrow?
end of December.
Okay.
They'd have to make the playoffs for him to come back.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase ain't gonna want to play with nobody else, man. The way that he getting thrown the rock, 23 targets.
Yeah. Hey.
Damn.
Go stay out the rest of the year, man. We got this.
And Jamar dropped a few. He left some meat on the bone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What about that 5-on-5 at the end of the game? Higgins with that catch.
Oh yeah,
The catch and the slide.
the slide, the smart football.
And who was that on? Ramsey.
Well, you know, what's the name was cooking him the whole first half.
Yeah. Oh man.
My man Alf was calling Ramsey stale toast. Said he was stale toast. Alf.
He called him what?
Stale toast.
Ooh wee.
Ooh
wee.
Amen. Amen. Say man.
Damn.
You know, when he looks good, he looks good. But when I don't know if he's not a cover corner anymore.
Man, I wonder why corners don't like the real good ones don't make a move to like safety.
Like Aeneas, I was gonna say like Aeneas Williams did, and like Rod Woodson did.
Yeah, you don't see it often enough. I don't think. I think that would prolong a lot of dudes' careers. Because even you don't have to be a hitter, right? As long as you get to the ball, break up passes, make interceptions, like
you cover and find yourself on a tight end or, you know, third or fourth receiver.
Right.
Give me the fourth receiver.
You guys don't have a 5 wideout set.
Hey man, that fourth receiver be 5'8" and shifty as shit. You like,
Burning your ass even more,
it's
huh?
like, oh my god,
Working his ass out.
man.
Working that ass.
Oh shit.
So, but I think it also speaks to, hey man, put Joe Flacco in a competent offense and it looks different. Right? It's also an indictment on Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Just their whole
Well,
season, their organization, their thought process, decision making.
Remember in the first game, man, he threw 2 interceptions and they both bounced off the receiver's hands.
Yeah.
They weren't his fault.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jeudy was, man, just dropping, Mary droppings.
Man, don't remind me. I got Jerry Jeudy on my fantasy team.
And while we're talking about it, so we talk about Joe Flacco and what he was able to do to the Steelers team, right? So just last week, the Steelers played the Cleveland Browns, and they outscored the Browns 23-9. Dylan Gabriel threw for 221 yards on 29 of 52 passing. Now, let me do the math on that.
You ain't winning throwing 52 passes, only connecting on 29.
You can. You not winning.
Connecting on 29 of 52?
You not winning throwing 52 passes and only racking up 221 yards. That's the stat. No, that's the only stat. If you went 29 for 52 but threw for 460, we got action.
Okay.
It's the 52 passes and you got at 300.
I need you to run a 1 and out.
That's the check down. That is the check down.
Exactly. So his average.
We're running 6-yard posts.
Man.
What?
Man, that's crazy.
Throwing a post corner for 9 yards. Oh man.
I mean, it's sad, man, because it's like you can't protect him. And you can tell it's either he's afraid or they're trying to protect him. And if all you're throwing are check downs and you throw 52 passes, I need 40 something of those to be completions.
Yeah.
They showed some of his
30s,
some of his passes. And these are still 5 yards away, 7 yards away. Man, it wasn't close half some of them shits. So, again.
I'm not being funny, man. Do you think he can see over the lineman?
And see, Al Sucks in my drafts, he says Kevin Stefanski was calling some trash for Gabriel. It's not that he's calling some trash. It's the same thing he did with Dylan Gabriel in the preseason. He came out and he called very safe plays. He's trying to protect him. But we're playing big boy football now. There's no protection out there. Like,
I mean, that's his guy too. So for his sake, he would need to be like.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. That the reason that you see so many check downs is because he's trying to shelter him. Because if he start airing it out with no accuracy, them's picks.
Yeah.
52 passes thrown and you scored.
So what he got Dylan Gabriel in a separate room before the pregame, going over the plan. Keep Shador out. Repeat after me.
And
check down.
It's
check
funny.
down.
It's funny because
if they let loose, he might play well.
During that preseason game when they gave Dylan Gabriel, the narrative around him was that he played well. in a game where they gave him a bunch of checkdowns. They put in Shador. He didn't have the same play sheet. They didn't call the same plays. So it's like, oh, okay.
But was he checked down
He
king?
kept flipping the pages like.
So was Gabriel a check down king in college though?
Who?
Gabriel.
I won't lie and say that I was a big Gabriel. I didn't watch.
I thought he was airing it out in college.
So I'm just saying, if you were to give him an opportunity to, maybe he will play well. But I doubt that they'll open up the playbook like that, as it doesn't seem, because he's on week what? What is this?
This is third week.
Third week, yeah. His third week. Yeah.
My bad. I'm saying the NFL.
No, I'm saying his actual time. Yeah, man. And I think who was that asked? Somebody asked when, like, how long should he get before they switch over to Shador and give him an opportunity? And I was like 3 to 4 weeks.
Let's look at their next 5 games. Now, this is the soft part of the schedule. They have the Dolphins. Then they have the Patriots, which would be a tough match. Then they have the Jets. Then they have the Ravens. Then they have the Raiders. That's their next 5. If he can't get at least 2 wins, the Dolphins is a winnable game.
Is that a Cooper Rush Huntley led Ravens team that he's going to play?
It don't matter because he's playing against the Ravens defense. That's one of the worst in the league.
Damn, that don't even sound right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you make the Ravens defense look like the 85 Bears, we got a problem. They're trash. For all intents and purposes.
Or the 2000 Ravens.
Right. Yeah, the 2000 version of themselves.
Right.
So, you do have a soft part in your schedule. So, he should be able to
2 wins.
All I'm asking for is 2 wins.
I'm looking.
Miami's winnable.
Maybe they get the Jets.
The Raiders and the Jets are winnable.
If they get Brock Bowers back, I don't know.
The Raiders are winnable.
All of those games.
Because you have to think about it. You have to think about on the other side. With Miami, Tua's a turnover machine, and you have Myles Garrett. You have a strong defense. It's not only that you're going against terrible defenses, you're going against offenses that your defense can exploit.
But what do you always say, Bong? If the offense isn't scoring, the defense isn't going to be able to hold the levies.
Correct. But what I'm saying is those games against those teams, their offense probably is not running away with the game. So now if you're in a grudge match, that's a 10-10 grudge match, both defenses are engaged. It's when, hey, man, we got to stop. You didn't get anything. We held them to 3. You didn't do anything. We held them to 3 again. You didn't do anything. Now they scored a touchdown on us. You didn't do anything. Okay. All right, Bear. We give up. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're lonely now.
Wait until tonight.
Now you got to wait until tonight, man. The shit gets
I want to testify.
Yeah, man. So, we shall see. We shall see. If he can't go out there and produce against Miami, against the Jets, against the Raiders,
and all them other teams are saying that shit about them, like, this is a winnable game.
Absolutely.
It's the Browns. This is a winnable game.
Absolutely. And I feel sorry for Myles Garrett, but you took the bag.
Yeah.
You in the same boat as my boy 4. You took the bag, man. You stayed and took the bag. So now deal with it. I don't want to hear you and Myles Garrett, you're basically the CEO of the team. You're the highest paid on the team. Besides Deshaun Watson. We need you to come to the podium
What
every
the
week.
fuck are the Browns doing? Oh, God. Oh man.
But what I'm saying is we need Myles Garrett to come to the podium every week and be the adult. Not come up there and say, I'm tired of losing the same way every week. That's a direct shot at the offense. That's a direct shot at the offense with a rookie quarterback who just finished his second start of his career. And you're tired of losing the same way every week.
Now, how do you think they're gonna feel now seeing what Joe Flacco did tonight if they don't win this weekend?
They ain't winning this weekend.
I'm just saying. So, how do you think they're gonna feel? What's the podium conversation gonna be then?
But here's my thing. You guys don't have the talent on offense. They are consistently rolling out a top 10 defense.
Yeah. And I thought Judkins was gonna be
He is.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying,
teams are saying all we have to stop is him.
Yeah, that's true. Load the box, baby.
Like, there's no
they can load the box and stop everything, huh? Even the check downs. Load the box.
Yeah, like Jerry Jeudy might not catch the pass. Might not catch it, dog.
And you have on a bench, and I don't even know if what Myles Garrett was saying was a rallying cry for Shedeur.
It could have been. It could have been.
Now you keep in mind,
it seems like it does seem like they had a cool relationship, at least the interaction that they showed between him and Shedeur. So
keep in mind, Shedeur was at Colorado. Besides him, Travis Hunter was the only other big name. 4 receivers from Colorado made it to the league. They were not outside of Travis Hunter. They were not household names. So you mean to tell me that the guy that was consistently getting them the ball had motherfuckers up 1 a.m. on the East Coast watching Colorado versus whoever the fuck they was playing? You're saying he's not talented enough to get it done?
And if what Colorado is doing now doesn't indicate that he's a huge difference maker, I mean, I don't know.
It's one of the greatest.
His pops is like, he ain't technically played in an NFL game. Can we get him a 6-year of eligibility? Like, get him out here, dog.
It's probably one of the greatest railroad jobs in NFL history.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And meanwhile, he doing side missions with his brother, his moms. They blogging at games.
Unpopular belief.
They blogging at games and shit.
Unpopular belief. Ray Rice is the biggest railroad job in the
No. KP, we're not doing that tonight.
I only say that
outside of what?
I only say that because when the Ravens saw the footage,
right, they tried to protect him.
Exactly, and the Ravens were like,
it was already. Go ahead, I'll let y'all say what.
Oh no, I was just saying the Ravens saw the footage and were like, okay, we'll deal with it internally. Yeah. And I think he got suspended a couple games or something like that. And then TMZ leaked the footage.
It was the beginning of the TMZ era.
Yes. Yeah. And after TMZ leaked the footage, it was like, oh hell no.
But at that point, the Ravens tried to protect him. But basically they told you it's above me now.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me.
Yeah.
We will protect you.
Nino Brown.
Yeah. It's bigger than Nino Brown. if I'm going down, I'm taking every single one of y'all motherfuckers with me. Like the Ravens said, we tried to protect you, but once it got out of in-house.
Yeah, but how are we even on this Ray Rice shit
I
just comparison?
like that was real. He got railroaded.
So what I'm saying,
yeah, but it's some shit that he
did.
right? Like, what the fuck did Shador do except for play
but
good
it's
football in college?
Have you ever seen the shit on the movies? The local PD is trying to take care of it in house. But then the U.S. Marshals or the FBI comes in like, oh, we'll take over.
We got this.
Like, hey, my nigga, I tried.
We'll take it from here.
That's out of time.
This is our investigation now.
Oh shit! So it's just it's one of those things, man. But Shador is probably one of the greatest railroad jobs in the NFL. But the pressure, whether he wants to admit it or not, Dylan Gabriel is under so much immense pressure. And Kevin Stefanski probably comes into this man's locker room every day and tells him, bro, you're safe. And I don't think he believes it.
Because he's probably like, motherfucker, you ain't safe. Like,
hey, what? Hey, man, how the fuck you gonna help me out?
Right.
And you can't help your motherfucking self.
You said
blind leading the blind.
He like Randy in The Wire. You gonna look out for me?
Right. You gonna look out for me?
Yeah, man.
You gonna look out for me? Right. If you don't get that shit out of here, I would be looking at that nigga like,
yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Come
on, man.
We'll see how it plays out, but I don't think he has too many more. I don't think Stefanski has too many more games. Remember, I talked about it a few, maybe a handful of episodes ago, maybe 10, 15 episodes ago. When it comes to head coaches being paid, Stefanski is the lowest paid NFL coach in the league. He's number 32. And I remember it vividly because old Dollar General and them, the Dallas Cowboys, was paying Mike McCarthy as the 31st. And the only person that was getting paid less than Mike McCarthy, a Super Bowl winning coach, was Kevin Stefanski with the Cleveland Browns.
What can Browns do for you?
Oh, shit.
So they already you got these cheap organizations, and the Browns probably have not given Kevin Stefanski the talent that he needs to be successful. Their one Hail Mary was Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And after they did that, they wiped their hands and told him to make it work. Hey man, we gave you a future
Look at Flacco out here sliding on these niggas. My bad.
look at what engineer said. Hey, maybe, man. Stefanski, he pretty buttoned up.
To really? Wee.
Wee. So,
hell no.
Anywho, KP, we'll give you a chance before we take off for the night. We'll give you a chance to take back that shit you said about Ray Rice.
I'm keeping it on there, man. Oh no, I'm keeping it on there.
Hey, nigga, save yourself.
No, we keep it on there.
Oh shit! There's no edits on live.
Yo, man, what the fuck, bro?
Oh,
that's
man.
too funny. He said the biggest railroad job in NFL history was Ray Rice beating his chick in the Hey man, I believe they still together. Actually, they went through counseling and all that stuff.
They are.
Yeah, they ran him through the mud. And I could go down a little.
Look, I said agree. I don't agree with what he did. I just think that the man should have got to play another down in the NFL.
No, it was the difference between Ray Rice.
It was the conscious era of hip hop.
And Greg Hardy. Because Greg Hardy allegedly did some despicable things, but we never saw the video.
Yeah.
Imagine short, stocky NFL running back who takes hits and delivers hits for a living, cold cocking.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, there's no team in the NFL with the public sentiment that was received that could trot Ray Rice out there without half the damn crowd trying to mob the field to beat this nigga's ass.
Yeah.
He was done. Let me stop. I was about to say something. I said, nah, let me not. They're gonna put me in that bucket with KP. Like, get you get y'all BP, get these niggas off. Put these niggas on timeout.
Oh man.
One of them talking about he got railroaded. The other one saying beep 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 beep. Beep, beep. But
hey.
Anyways, man, that was a cool little show. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. DP, thanks for showing us what fashionably late looks like.
Unfashionably late. You know?
Engineer said lock your doors. But until Sunday, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Two peas in the bong. We out.
Peace.
Peace.